But anytime if I get into an argument about who the greatest running back of all time is, and I'm sure you know my answer, one of my arguments is I always point to this day, January the 2nd, 1990, for the Emmitt Smith game, playoffs against the Giants, where he 42 touches, 229 yards, and a touchdown. I always point to that game as your running back could never do what Emmitt did on this day. So
it was the day that in the regular season that got the Cowboys
Giant.
into the playoffs as the NFC champion.
Shoulder game.
Right.
The shoulder game.
What was that like back in the day?
That shoulder game,
yeah.
Playing with Emmitt. Oh my man, Emmitt. To me, Emmitt is the greatest running back of all time. Now, I know we see Jim Brown, and God knows he's a beast.
I just put him to the side, like we don't count Jim
right,
Brown.
yeah, and you're gonna put Jim Brown to the side. You put Jim Brown to the side, but you also got to remember, Jim Brown was going up against defensive linemen that were 240 and 50 pounds too. So yeah, he was gonna beast those guys. Now, Emmitt was beasting Reggie White and the Jerome Browns. You know what I'm saying? So we see such devastating blows and such speed by Jim Brown. We see such dynamicness and beauty in a Barry Sanders. But the combination of both, with what we call a hit balance. I don't know if he had 4 or 5 legs, because every time somebody hit him this way, it kind of stands on back up on this leg and hit him this way. And he always made progress. You know, you can see Bear sometimes, and he'll dance and make some beautiful plays. And he's one of the greatest ever, so I'm not putting down on anybody. We're just breaking out a comparative analysis and trying to really dig in and find differences. But sometimes that dancing got him in a lost situation. And then sometimes they even took him out in the end zone, red zone. You know what I mean? Emmitt Smith gave you both.
What about that day, Irv? What about that day when he was hurt?
That day was incredible. That day was incredible. You guys know how it came about. E and I would always step out in double trouble right before every game. Mm-hmm. And we would always talk. Like injuries, and if you're injured, that's one thing. But you hurting. We got nothing to do with you hurting. We knew we made a pact to come in here. We knew we were going to be hurting. So, like, I remember one game Washington, I had a torn rib, my rib cartilage. And I could barely breathe. And then it was like, hey, he said, wait a minute. He said, hey, can you stand? He said, I can stand, but I don't have to go out. He said, they don't know you hurt. You stand out there and keep the safety out there and let me run. You know, that's the mentality. Mm-hmm. So we were in this game, and Emmitt had got hurt. He hurt his shoulder. And I was trying to say the same thing to him. I said, they don't know you hurt. You just sit back there, get that safety in the box, let me win this game.
Yes.
But I think they forgot and handed the ball off to him. And after that, it was over. I mean, the dude put on an incredible performance. After that game, Rich, mm-hmm. he was in the training room, literally bent over with the ice on, and I'm trying to check him out. I'm coming in. I don't know if he was crying because I had so many tears in my eyes crying. I'm grabbing him like this. Oh, you know, it was the greatest game. I swear to you guys, I told him that was the greatest performance I've ever seen by an athlete in my life, because I really knew how he was hurting, and what he gave up that day was incredible.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.